Hello, my beautiful people. My name is Wadzanai Nenzou, aka Wadzi, and I'm the founder, CEO, investment scams fighter, and financial educator at Her Economics, a mission-focused education company that is very passionate about people, especially women, building their wealth without living or losing their hard-earned cash. I'm so honored to be one of the co-authors of Women Leading the Way. I've written this book with some amazing ladies, and it's something that I'll always be very proud of. And so my journey to becoming this financial educator and also this investment scams fighter has come through dealing with perfectionism, with imposter syndrome, and with the scarcity mindset. So today I'm going to read an excerpt from my chapter, which is titled Perfectly Imperfect. And I'll talk about those struggles I've had of perfectionism, imposter syndrome, and the scarcity mindset. So let's go. Perfectionism. There's a top I bought a few years ago, which says on the front, learn to love yourself, babe. You're perfectly imperfect. I remember looking at the message and thinking, this is something I and most people struggle to do. Throughout my life, I have struggled to fully accept myself, warts and all. I've gotten to a point in my life where I now love and accept myself and my flaws, but it has been a long road to get here. And it is still not perfect, far from it. It's something I'll always continue to work on. An example of my perfectionism is best highlighted by how long it took me to start investing in shares. I've been working in the financial services industry since 2006 and have all the relevant qualifications. I've also worked in various parts of the industry in investing and financial advice. I had plenty of knowledge to invest in my first direct share many years ago. But because I wanted to know everything possible about share investing before taking the step, I only made my first direct share investment in the last few years. Another good example is that for years, I wanted to do something towards the financial empowerment of women. But I wanted to make sure my life and own finances were perfect before I started. I thought I had to tick all the boxes to make sure I was worthy of being a financial educator. I finally realized, however, that being an educator doesn't require perfection. It needs knowledge and the ability to teach people in a way they can understand. As the years went by, I was continually told by my clients that I explained financial elements in a way they could understand. I realized the natural talent I had to simplify financial elements was exactly the skill I needed to start educating women about investing. Over the years, I have learned the root cause of perfectionism is fear and insecurity. My new mindset around perfectionism is done is better than perfect. You can spend years waiting to be perfect, or you can take a small step now and another tomorrow, and with time, you improve and accomplish something. Imposter syndrome. Feeling like an imposter when it comes to showing up in your career or business is something many people struggle with. Wikipedia defines imposter syndrome as a psychological occurrence in which an individual doubts their skills, talents, or accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. As I slowly became known as a financial educator and investment scams fighter over the years, people in the industry started asking me to speak at events and to be interviewed in podcasts. At first, I felt like an imposter. I remember thinking, gosh, if only these people knew what a mess my life can be sometimes. I always made it clear when I ran events that I wasn't some all-knowing financial guru and that I was also on a journey to financial empowerment. This is true, of course, because no one is all-knowing. But I say this mainly to cover my behind, just in case they discovered I was an imposter. I could then say, hey, I told you so. Slowly through the testimonials I've received from the ladies, I have taught and other comments from many lovelies, I've realized I am enough. I realized that with my flaws and not knowing everything, I still have a lot to offer this world. Things I find easy to do or understand, someone else may struggle with. And focusing on educating these people makes a huge impact in their lives. Scarcity mindset. Growing up, I remember always having a mindset of not having enough clothes, money, popularity, or material toys, you name it. In hindsight, I had plenty, but I was big on comparison and thinking other kids had more than I did. For as long as I can remember, I've always had a scarcity mindset. This has shown up in the past by how I spend my money or how I've shown up in the world. When it comes to starting my business and educating women financially, this mindset has reared its ugly head in so many big and little ways. I remember when I initially was thinking of starting out as a financial educator, I looked around and saw some amazing people already in the financial education space teaching women. I remember thinking, what can I offer when others seem more skilled? This meant I waited years to get started because I didn't think there was space for me. This was a scarcity mindset, thinking there wasn't enough room for me in a specific industry. As time went on, I realized every one of these people, financially educating ladies, were doing it in their unique way, which spoke to specific ladies. They didn't speak to all ladies, just ones who connected with them. I then realized that my way of educating and showing up in this space would be totally unique. There would be ladies who gravitated towards me because of this, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Remember, you are unique, and what you have to offer this world is different to anyone else. You could be in the exact same business, and it doesn't matter because how your business shows up will never be the same as anyone else. All right, lovelies, that is a small excerpt from my chapter, Perfectly Imperfect. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.